Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also.
That's talking about the second death. All right, the day cometh thou shalt burn as an oven. Okay, that's talking about the fiery day of the Lord. All right, that didn't happen yet. That didn't happen yet, man. Right after 70 AD, you still had Romans ruling. All right. After Nero, y'all tried to say everything was fulfilled by right by the time of 70 AD, and but he was writing this during the time of Nero, and it was way more Caesars that ruled after Nero. You know, you had
about tying the Bible into
you didn't think about
Nero,
that.
the time periods of rulers after Nero, or with Nero on down.
And what about Galba? What about Otho? You know? What about Caligula?
Yeah.
You know? Bertilius. What about the Flavian dynasty?
Yeah.
Titus and Vespasian. And then after that, you had more emperors. After Domitian, you had Nerva.
Yeah.
You had Trajan, you had Hadrian. And that's when it started to switch into Jake emperors, man. When you started getting into Priscillius Niger and Septimius Severus, you know, that was when actual Jakes started ruling over.
Switching over to the Dark Ages.
Yeah, man.
The transition.
I mean, it was still
of
a
power.
Roman Empire.
Right, but the transition of power.
It became the
began
Dark
to-
Ages, you know, further down the line, like around the time like the Constantine.
Right.
After that, you know.
So I'm saying that the transition of power began to start changing up. Jake was rising up to those high positions now.
Because that's when those armies that Jake started to form, they started to take out the Romans, man.
Yeah.
And the Roman armies was spread so thin, so they didn't have enough military support because they was all over the place.
Yeah.
So Jake was able to take their ass down from the inside out, you know?
Right.
And they started ruling. Okay? So let's, where was we at? Yeah, finish that.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Go ahead.
Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
The same day that Daniel was speaking about, when he come with the clouds, to come to set up his everlasting kingdom that shall not be left to other people. He gonna beat in pieces many people. That's talking about this. That's talking about that day, man. All right. He's gonna come with the host of heaven, with the angels. He's gonna destroy NATO, all those different armies of NATO. All right, over there in the Battle of Armageddon, he's gonna destroy America and allow the missiles to finish America. Okay, he's gonna deliver his elect, and then when they come down, they're finna go around and shackle up these nations, man. And we're gonna rule over them. When did that happen after 70 AD? I want to know that, man. When was that established after the fall of Jerusalem?
Every nation brings their riches or their forces into this one nation.
Right.
Where does that happen at? Every nation. Because the Lord has to take all the crowns off all these kings and wear all of them on his
When
head.
did that happen?
When did that happen?
And they'll say, no, he's already king. Okay, so where's his throne on the earth?
He's supposed to be down here on the earth.
We're supposed to be able to sip wine with him. All right? And where's King David at?
Hey, because you say, oh, we got to die to go to heaven? No, we ain't supposed to die. We should not see the second death.
Right.
We were supposed to overcome death.
Yeah, we got the victory over death.
Yeah,
Like
so
the
when are we
outside
supposed to,
do.
yeah, so when are we supposed to? You guys could be defeated with common sense, man.
You Christians don't got this truth, man. So I need to put our book down, man, because it was never meant for you to have.
this book of Revelations in particular, it's not for you, man. None of it's for you. But you know you can't touch this book.
You can't
man.
touch it because you Christians got questions too.
Yeah.
Just like the rest, everyone out here. Y'all don't got this breakdown. Y'all never had it. Y'all can't touch Revelations.
Yeah, finish that, bro.
Seeing that,
I feel like I read that. I read 11.
You read 11 already?
looking for the hasting unto coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being a fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promises, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah.
So we're still looking for that.
We're still, yeah. Where's the righteousness?
And it said according to his promises. So the Lord is a man that he should not lie. So he promised us this kingdom, this salvation, if we do his will. So we still wait on that promise.
Where is that at for anybody? If that's the fake Jews that's over in the land of Israel, why is Iran tripping on them right now? Nobody's supposed to come up against them if they're the real men of the Lord. Nobody, if we're already past that and they established into that land, nobody's supposed to be coming up trying to create war with them.
There shouldn't be wars at
I
all.
was going to say that next. There shouldn't be no wars at all.
There shouldn't be no weapons of war, none of that.
Shit, they're still building types of nuclear bombs out there right now.
And test
Moab,
them
Satan
every
2.
day.
They was already a Satan 1, now Satan 2. The mother of all bombs. They're doing it on purpose, man, because this has to happen. It has to play out because we're not in that time yet.
You got Russia, you got the bear just shipping out and supplying a bunch of countries with S-400 missiles.
Y'all got uranium over there?
If you ain't getting ready for war, why are you passing heat around?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Out there, you take a gun, you take the shotgun, you take the pistol, you just passing out weapons, man.
Yeah.
We gonna have to go up against this devil, this damn bitch. I don't know what else to call it. Harlot, whore, all those things.
So if everything was fulfilled, we fucked.
Yeah.
We fucked it.
This
Yeah,
is
they're
the
saying there's
kingdom
no
of
hope for us.
heaven.
That's a hopeless doctrine.
Yeah.
They say all these things, everything was fulfilled, or even when you say partially. Now we acknowledge that a lot of the things that our Lord spoke in Matthew the 24th chapter, it was partially fulfilled. Even a lot of the things that the prophets of old in the Old Testament prophesied about, we acknowledge that a lot of that was partially fulfilled.
Wait.
But prophetically, futuristically, no, it has not.
Go to 2nd Ezra 9. Because it says, well, now C is part of the signs passed, right?
Yep.
That means some stuff would be passed,
Yep.
but not all of it. That's in that book, right?
Yeah, 2nd Ezra 9.
Signs passed.
9, I think. 9 or like 5, 6, maybe.
It's up to the top of the
Kinds.
2, 3. Now C is part of the signs passed.
Well, yeah,
Is that in that book?
Yeah, it's the first one.
2nd Ezra chapter 9 and 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the times diligently in itself.
Hey, this is what you guys don't know how to do. You don't know how to measure where we're at. That's why you're saying it's past already. That's why you're saying that it already occurred. Because that's why you put John the Revelator back in the time of Nero. Because you don't know how to measure the prophecies. That's what this is. You went into this. Go ahead, bro. Just read it.
When thou seest the part of the signs,
It takes the spirit of the testimony of Yahweh Shai to break this down, man. To understand prophecy, you gotta have the spirit of prophecy, man.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I told thee before.
Yeah. C is part. That was the point I wanted. The C is part of the signs past. What's those signs of prophecies? That's how we know where we're at, and that's why most of it that the prophet spoke, and even all into Revelations, a lot of that has passed. But there's a few more key ones that need to still pass. And it said he will not to all be fulfilled.
Yep.
I forgot what he said. He said, Matthew 5th chapter, he said, not one jot or one tittle to all be fulfilled.
Shall not pass to all be fulfilled.
Right. and all hasn't been fulfilled yet.
All these prophecies got to come to pass for the kingdom to come. So the Christians,
The abomination of desolation, yeah, that was fulfilled.
Con.
All right, that day of tribulation, that was fulfilled. Partially,
Another one.
because we finna go through tribulation again.
Yep.
And then Daniel tells you that it's gonna be no other day like
It's
it.
gonna be worse than that time.
It's gonna be the worst tribulation period known to man in history.
Yep.
You mean to tell me that happened with just 70 AD?
Hey, because Michael's gonna have to stand up
Yeah.
and protect some people.
Yeah.
He didn't do that in the last one. He didn't
It's gonna
have
have
to
to
do
be
that in the last one.
a divine intervention
Right, literally.
for some of his elect to actually be safe when that day comes. You know?
they're the Lord.
But what happened was Israel got scattered.
Back then.
They got scattered, man. When they besieged Jerusalem, a lot of Jews fled into Africa and other parts of the world, man.
You made a key point, bro. Let me expound on it, right? They were scattered then, but in this time, aren't we supposed to be gathered back together? At the very end? Why would we be scattered? Why would they scatter in 70 AD if that's the same time where they're supposed to be gathered? Then will I gather mine elect? Gather them and through the sifting process even, right? Talking about the parable of the tares and the wheats, right? Why is it talking about gathering in this last time?
Yeah.
If they scattered during 70 AD, that don't line up. Hey, where the hell is the Northern Kingdom, man? The other, what is it? I can't do the math. 7, 9,
tribes.
9. The other 9 tribes that they named in the book of Revelation. Where those other tribes at? You know?
Where are the men of the Lord that have power? Why don't we have the power to heal? You know, nor willing we those men, but
We got power. We got the power to heal on a smaller
on a
level.
small level, yeah.
You know, certain brothers know how to. We pray, we send up prayer and do herbs, and brothers get healed. You know, but as far as like you touch a brother and you pray on him, and immediately leaves him.
Right.
No, that power you ain't seen that shit.
Yet.
Yet.
Con.
All right.
Con.
And when that power comes back, it says they shall be willing
In the day of
thy
thy
power.
Con.
A lot of people gonna start really believing.
Yeah.
then.
Con.
Okay.
Con.
It's gonna be like when the brother did that video in Hawaii, man. You're gonna have thousands upon thousands on our live streams, man. You know, the word of the Lord is going out, but we still in hell, man. We still under the curses. So we not in the kingdom. All right, and all these prophecies have to come to pass. You know, the major prophecies, for us to get to the kingdom.
Yeah, let's go back. We were still in Revelation.
I just want to make the quick point I want to make of new heaven and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, right? Well, if that's the case, is this true then? If we're into that already, wherein dwelleth righteousness with all this shit going on, anti-stuff in the scriptures, is this true too? Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So who's ruling right now? Because the righteous is supposed to be ruling and everybody should be happy. Even the heathen and the trees and everybody else is going to be, the earth itself is going to be rejoicing when the righteous are in authority.
There shouldn't be all these protests and clashes and seditions on the earth right now.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a lot of nations suffering drone strikes,
Poverty.
disease, poverty, disease, warfare.
There's going to be continual employment in the kingdom, right? Why are people jobless right now? Why the employment rate through the roof?
Yeah.
Why is there a
Hey,
national
matter of
debt?
fact, this is the ultimate question I ask for you Christians, man. Where is America in the Bible?
Thank you.
What role do y'all believe America played concerning prophecy? That's what I want to know from you Christians,
Because
man.
America's too big in the earth in this time to not be mentioned in the scripture.
Too big of an influence on the rest of the
that's what
world.
I mean. The whole world, it influences the whole world, and the Most High didn't write this place into it, into his book of prophecy. Where is that at? Or at least if it's past in the history, where is it at in the history?
Is America
It's past already.
the kingdom of the Lord? Is the kingdom right here?
It's the new heaven and earth.
And the headquarters of it is them gutter rats over there in the Middle East?
When Columbus came over here, you gotta go to what they know, right?
Yeah.
When Columbus came over here, is that him bringing down him new heaven and new earth? Creating America? Give us an answer to that.
That's them taking the kingdom.
Right.
Christopher Columbus took the kingdom.
From them savages,
Yeah.
wicked savages, the Indians. You know?
Yep.
We'll go back to Revelation now.
Yeah, but before you go there, I believe it was in Daniel. Go back to Daniel 7.
7, yeah. It was past.
Daniel
18.
7.
It was at 18, I think.
Daniel 7.
Daniel 7
Now let's go back. It was in Revelation, and this is what Yahweh Shai through Apostle John. This is what he promised to the church that overcometh. So, by y'all doctrine, they would have to have been ruling with Yahweh Shai in the kingdom, and all the other nations should be up under them. And that kingdom should have never ended. It's not supposed to end according to Scripture.
Okay.
So that means righteousness is supposed to be reigning right now.
Right.
All right?
That's why I said that, because the world is in mourning. That's why I read the proverb.
Righteousness is not reigning. If you say that, you the goddamn devil.
Okay.
Okay? Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Then I would know the truth of the four beasts, which was diverse from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet.
We're not talking about Nero. Was Prophet Daniel? Was he prophesying about Nero? Y'all saying that Nero is because he's the sixth Caesar? He's the beast because that's the number of his name.
Stop. So was Obama, so was Reagan.
Come on,
Stop.
man.
I'm saying they had that going around. And Reagan is the
No, but that's what Ricky is teaching. That Nero, he's the beast, and the mark was gonna come from Nero. So basically, that already came to pass. But how is the beast synonymous with an actual man? So read that again.
Verse 19.
So this is the Antichrist, right? That y'all like to talk about in the last days. This is the Antichrist. Read that again.
Verse 19. Then I would know the truth of the four beasts, which was diverse from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And of the 10 horns that were
hold on, it got 10 horns.
Okay.
This beast got 10 horns.
Nero had 10 horns.
Did Nero have 10 horns? All right. Did Caligula have? What the hell, man?
That show you that the
Just bug the hell out, man.
you can't say the New Testament don't go with the Old Testament.
Come on, man.
10 horns.
That's reiterated in Revelation.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't understand the 10 horns. The 10 horns is the 10 toes.
Yep.
Same thing. Of the beast, the last beast.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead, bro.
and the 10 horns that were in his head.
That's why that whole breakdown of the book of Revelations, you guys don't know, because you don't know how to apply that beast. The overall beast itself, like we said, was NATO and the EU. Then you go into those 10 horns, who's connected into NATO and the EU? But y'all never even put that together because you don't have the spirit to understand these prophecies.
Yeah, NATO is the 10 toes or the 10 horns of the beast.
Right.
All right, because you have the Roman Empire. You know, they had different rules, different kingdoms established in the ancient Roman Empire. Well, when the beast, because it tells you in Revelation the 13th chapter that the deadly wound was killed.
Yep.
So that means that it came back.
Yep.
After 1,000 years, it came back, man.
Yep.
All right, so it was revived. And when you look up the history of NATO, it was started on 10 European countries. Okay. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Let me get it real fast. And we got it on one of the signs, but
Yeah, I was just thinking of the beast.
It's on the nation ones, I believe. Or no, live.
we don't have it, huh?
No, we don't.
No, we don't have it.
No, we
Okay.
have that.
Because I thought we had the one where you see the woman right
Con.
now.
Yeah, no.
Oh, kind of.
No, we
Dragon?
see that. Yeah, we don't
Con,
have that. Was it on here?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
But it was 10 different countries that actually established the NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, right? And it was those same countries were the same areas where you had those Roman kingdoms ruled back in the ancient world, showing you that the Lord actually brought that kingdom back. All right, and they also are part of what those same 10 NATO countries were European countries. They are part of the European Union. So that's how you know that the beast is NATO and the EU. All right.
Just because there's more countries in the EU and NATO now, you said that the 10 toes will represent those 10 original nations. Because of course, as time goes on, it's going to branch off into other ones. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why people get simple, like, well, it's
11 of them now.
or it's 12 of them. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's when it first started. It was a 10 member. Hold on.
It's hard to make it blow up now when you change it up.
Yeah, I see that.
New original image. Oh, there you go.
Con.
Google
It says
work for it now.
yeah. It says the 10 member states modified Brussels Treaty, also members of the EU and NATO, and this is 1954.
Yep.
This is when it first started, right? Belgium.
You got to understand history from that time till now. Certain things happen. You got it, bro.
There's Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Germany, Greece, Italy, Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, the UK, Great Britain. That's 10 nations. And after that, as years went on, they added more associate members. It started off as 10 and it became 28 later on. All right? And that alliance, along with America's military, is what gives it power.
Just gonna say.
Okay.
And that those 10 sparked the idea of that beast. That them coming together was the idea of that beast in the earth, because they became the earth superpower at that time.
Yeah.
That's marked in the Bible, but America has to be in here somewhere too. How's some of this stuff not in the book?
How is everything else but not America?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because let me tell you, those 10 countries got unbelievable power once America got on board.
Yeah.
And America is that's what it says, rise to the back of that beast. Because that beast was created, and America wasn't in the first 10, but once it got on there, now you can't stop NATO. Now they're like unstoppable because America's a destructive superpower now, a war power.
And how you know it? Because when you get Revelation 13.
Yeah.
Because now that beast has power like the first beast, which was the ancient Roman Empire. But what gave it its might was, the great whore. You know.
You want
And also, one of the heads of this beast with the seven horns, one of them, the offshoot of that particular horn was an eighth horn that horn that came out of the seventh, which is it was the eighth horn that was of the seventh.
Yep.
What stemmed out of Great Britain? What was the offshoot of Great Britain?
That little.
Because Great Britain was
Father or your mother.
that was the mother of America.
Yeah, birthed America.
All right. I believe it's Revelation 13.
Straight to 11.
He exercises the power of.
That's what you want? It's 12. The first beast before him.
Yeah.
We can start to that point?
Yep.
All right. Revelation chapter 13, verse 12, it says, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. When you go into, they got the ancient beast, and then they got the rest of the beast. When you read it, anyway, it says, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
His deadly wound was healed, so that meant that it took a fatal blow.
Yep.
When it basically went into exile throughout those those economic woes that Rome had, those different wars that they were having,
Yep.
and they were losing a lot of money, just like America today. And it's no coincidence that this infrastructure is modeled, all right, that you see here in America is modeled after the ancient Roman Empire. You know? So that same spirit, that same power is back today. And it's losing its power again. All right? Go ahead, bro. Read that part again.
No. Do you want a question? Ask him.
Can y'all give us a little space? What was your question? What's your question? Well, it's not really a religion, but we're prophesying out of the Holy Bible. We're preaching the truth of the Bible.
Part of Christianity?
No, we don't deal with Christianity. That's a religion. That's the religion. We don't deal with the religion.
But it's pertaining to the Bible. Okay, so in that sense, so if it's spiritual things that we're talking about according to God in the Bible. Okay, we just want to know that.
Okay. Let's go back.
Read out. This whole thing goes into both empires. The topic. I don't know if you want me to read all of that or not, but it goes and explains what you're talking about.
Right.
So should I read that or just
Where you at?
I'm talking about 13 and 1. It talks about the first one and then how the second one came out. I don't know if you want to go to ancient one. Because it breaks down some of the things that you were saying and that beast.
Right. I think that's Revelation 17. 17 and 7.
Yeah. But it goes into that. If you read 13 chapter.
Yeah.
You want me to read 17 and jump back to 13? Because there's a lot of, they don't know this.
I know.
They don't know this. But I'm just excited. I'm remembering it, you know. I'm just excited going into
17 start at the top.
no, verse 7.
7.
Yeah, hold it there. Matter of fact, let's read 13, then we'll go into the new one, then we can jump over to 17. I think that's a good order for it to come out. All right, I'm going to start with Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. Revelation chapter 13.
Yeah,
just hold it, because we might have to start at the top of that. Yeah. Revelation chapter 13, verse 1, it says, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast arise out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. This was the ancient Roman Empire. It said, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. This is describing the beast back in Daniel, right? It says, and his feet were...
Which was what? The Greeks.
Yep.
You know, go ahead.
It says, and his feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the drag...
And what's crazy is the bear was overtaken by the leopard.
Yep.
And Rome being the fourth beast, what's crazy is the bear is gonna actually meet the foot of the dragon,
Right.
the fourth beast. They're gonna be part of the destruction of this particular beast.
Yeah.
Notice how there's war and tension between Russia
It's the bear.
and NATO.
The Medes.
But you got certain NATO members that are actually siding with the bear.
That's right.
And they're starting to switch and turn against the United States.
What's that?
Turkey.
Yeah.
That's the modern example. That's the current example of that right
Yeah.
now.
They're getting oil from. Are they getting oil from Russia?
Yeah.
One of those countries over there. Yeah.
Germany.
Germany.
Gets imports from Russia.
Belgium is Germany, and Belgium was in the 10, the original 10 horns.
Yeah.
The 10 powers that created.
There's an actual pipeline that comes from Russia, and it goes through I think it's the Black Sea. No, the Baltic Sea. It travels through the Baltic Sea down into Germany, and Germany is upset with the U.S. because they keep having them slap sanctions on Russia, was preventing them from sending that gas through that pipeline to Germany, and it's fucking up their economy. So that's raging and bringing tension between those European or NATO countries, man, and particularly the European countries.
That's part of the pride that America has, because you can't, America, to get something into America, you don't have to cut off, if you cut off a middleman country, you're not affected, because America's that whole continent, the whole northern continent, I would say. So where they just bring it by ship, they can go around. With the ship, they don't have to cut through nobody's land.
As a matter of fact, real quick, if I could find it real fast, because it was basically with Tillerson. He basically was saying we're not going to support that pipeline where Russia is secretly sending gas into Germany. Hold on, real quick. And it was on Russia RT.
Yep.
Yeah, this is okay, I'll get it from this site. It's from The Hill. It says Tillerson opposes pipeline that would connect Russia and Germany. Mm-hmm. The Secretary of Rex Tillerson has come out in opposition to Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has come out in opposition to a gas pipeline that would connect Russia and Germany, saying Saturday that the plan would hinder U.S. and European goals in the region. The Nord Stream 2 pipeline will provide Germany and Central Europe with Russia's gas supply. Yep. Germany and also, basically they're getting their gas a lot more cheaper dealing with Russia in the free market than they are the other way. It's costing way more per barrel to do it the opposite way. And the U.S. is starting to see that Russia is actually profiting off of that, and the U.S., if Russia got their pipeline and they're doing this, they're going to make big on their own ally than the U.S.
Okay.
All right? It says Germany and the Czech Republic have insisted on the economic benefits of the pipeline, while Tillerson and key European allies such as Poland have pointed a pipeline as an intrusion. And mind you, they already got a Nord Stream pipeline that goes through there already. Let me try to find that. The Nord Stream pipeline.
So basically, Germany's cutting out the middleman, and they don't want to deal with the United States and they high ass taxes or tariffs or whatever it may be. They're going straight to the source. They can get a better deal with Germany, and that costs them their membership in that EU, NATO. Oh well, and that's, you know, all the nations are eventually
for that country.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Trump said, he's gonna do the best for America. These other countries going to do the same thing.
They're picking up these other countries, picking up their own sentiment. Like, man, we're struggling trying to keep this deal together, but that there's this group together, so to speak. If I go out and do on my own and do business where I feel best for us, they ain't doing nothing to us. They'll do it differently. No pictures, please.
No pictures. So that's what America's doing. Is well, these other countries are getting fed up with just America eating, and they just getting the leftovers. You know, these other countries. That's how they eventually the beast is going to hate the horde. You know, because these other countries are getting tired. They're creating their own alliances with other countries and their own what do you call it? Got alliances. You know, with these other countries. Their own what's that? Another.
I'm trying to think of the word.
Like
A pack.
pack. Yeah, with these other countries. And America's, you know, they want to have
everything.
They want to have to be the main influence. You got rich because of me, or you did this because of me. All right. And that just shows the arrogance.
Yeah. Oh, this is let me zoom out real quick. And the brothers, you know, like the brothers in Dallas and the elder from England, they usually go into this, you know, on their algorithm videos. But basically, what you see is right over there, right up that way, across the Baltic Sea. All right, the one in the green is the first Nord Stream pipeline. Okay, and it goes all the way from Viborg all the way through the sea into Greifswald, Germany. But now Russia is like, hey, you see, you get all the gas from us. Y'all rely off of petroleum from us. All right, so they're creating another pipeline there that goes down there. And the U.S. see that hey, something ain't right, man. That's kind of it smells something funny about that. You mean to tell me they finna start profiting off of our ally? So that's why Tillerson is coming out and he's denouncing that pipeline. And you know what? Germany they're not happy with that. Okay? Yeah, they like, hey, we need that. And we get it cheaper, man. Our economy has been destroyed.
Just a business.
Well, not destroyed, but it's been deteriorating, man. Fucking up the economy, not getting that gas, man.
It's just a business deal. We can't make good on this business deal, man. Like, no. No, we gotta put us in on the deal.
Yeah.
You know, we
But it's a union of all the countries. Supposed to be of all the countries, right? They're supposed to each have their hand in it or have a own opinion. But why is America denouncing something? All right, if America denounces,
end all be all.
it's still 27 other countries that got they say. All right, that just.
But we know at the end of the day, America's that whore that's riding the back of the beast, controlling that damn beast to do what it wants to do.
Yep.
And what's going to end up happening is, if America is the one that, you don't like it, boom, I can stop.
Babylon's the hammer of the earth, man.
I'm the strongest, you know?
There's another one real quick, another article. We're gonna go right back into it. It's from Russia Today. This back from November. It says, we have other priorities. German foreign minister urges U.S. to end sanctions.
We have other priorities.
German FN urges U.S. to end sanctions policy towards Russia. The U.S. should not seek further confrontation with Russia, German foreign minister Sigmar Gabriel said. He added that his country is, on the contrary, interested in developing cooperation with Moscow. It says, let's scroll down. It says, despite some political differences, particularly those that concern the Crimea and the situation in the eastern Ukraine, both sides, Russia and Germany, have genuine interests in developing cooperations in the field of economy, politics, and culture. Gabriel told journalists he also said that the right time has come for strengthening our economic partnership, adding that there are already numerous forms of dialogue between the two countries.
Economic, what did it say? Economic, what's the word? Economic
partnership.
Partnership. Why? Because economic, their business, they're trying to get their business so their country can thrive. But with America, no, they can't do business. The people that's beneficial to do business with got sanctions on them where they can't touch them now. Yeah. I can't do, man, you messing up my business over here because you got problems with them. They have to do an economic partnership.
So you know what this is causing? This is causing the beast to hate the whore. Okay? And Germany is one of the heads. When you break it down, you got the 7 heads. You had no. You had the Germany Major, which when you go into the history of ancient Rome, when they ruled German, you had Germany Superior, and you had Germany Inferior. All right. Then you had that was 2 kingdoms of the Roman Empire. You also had the Gauls, which were the French. So the French is also a head. You also had
Luxembourg.
You had Hispania, which is Spain. All right. You had Greece. Okay. You had Greece, and there's one more. British. British. All right, England. Okay, and the Roman Empire had jurisdiction over all that region. So that same beast is back ruling through those regions again.
And if you look at the span of where that empire ruled, you see why they were spread so thin.
I didn't know that.
That's all the way.
Okay.
That's from the Mediterranean all the way to the Atlantic Sea over there, as they call it now.
Yeah. So we're going into how the beast not only is divided, but eventually is going to come against America. All this has to happen right leading up to the day of the Lord. But y'all saying, you preterists, you saying it happened already. How? How did that happen, man? You know?
Harvest is ripe right now for these prophecies. Okay, so that was that. It says, and 10 crowns, and upon his head is the name of blasphemy. And it says the name of blasphemy is a blasphemous name. It says in the book of Revelation 17. Right? It says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the feet of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast.
So that means that it was dead. It was a fatal blow when they actually went down. When all those kingdoms fell, of the Roman Empire fell, it ended. But then it actually returned later on. Now he's prophesying that it would actually come back into power with the same power that it had before.
Let me read it. Verse 4. It says, and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Yep.
Because they were always known as the strongest military. Talking about ancient Rome, and who also in today's time has that? America. Who? Because we got position in the earth. Nobody can walk up on us. You got to come through Mexico, and you can't even connect to Canada. But the land don't connect. We don't come from South America. Yeah, we don't come from South America. We ain't gonna know. Yeah, right. It says, verse 5. It says, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Who that sound like? You got the Pope calling himself Father.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, you got those Renaissance art images all throughout the the Christian religion. You know, which is all Eurocentric. It's all white supremacy.
Even let me say it like this, bro. Even you go back further to the ancient beasts, right? What did they do? That's for the ones that killed the apostles and the prophets and the Lord. You know, that's what they did. in that time. So that they got to deal with that. And then they're coming back in this time and they're doing the same thing.
And it's telling you that the son of perdition, he would make up this beast.
Yep.
The son of perdition isn't just one man. It's a nation of people. And you devils, you try to make it like it's only one individual. Or it's just gonna be one guy who's just super wicked and he's gonna have all this power to do all these things on the earth. No. It's a nation of people.
Okay.
They're gonna be doing these things, man. They're gonna be the ones putting it into people's minds that they're the Most High, they're the children of the Most High.
What I say goes.
Yeah. You know, they're gonna be believing in his deception. You know? He's gonna tell you that you need to get down with my society, or you're a terrorist. I'll send my military to come and take you out. You know? So on and so forth, man. You speak great blasphemy. And you come against a homosexual, hey, I'm gonna penalize you for that.
Yep, that's blasphemy against what the Heavenly Father had the earth set up as. You're supposed to put that homosexual to death.
Okay.
That was the righteous act versus you don't commend them, you condemn them.
Yeah. That's how you blaspheme them. All your lies, basically this whole system is blasphemy to the Most High.
Right.
Giving rights and laws that basically give liberation to these faggots and lesbians, the transgenders. They give them more and more rights when you're supposed to be putting them to death. According to our law, the laws of the Most High. But you'll say that's an evil God, so you immediately blaspheme the Most High, man.
And we're moving closer and closer and closer to that total situation, for lack of a better term, of how these devils rule with that mentality or mind state. That's why the mark of the beast is going to be perfect to usher in what this devil wants to do. Because the moment you oppose anything, they shut you down. He has complete control over the masses now, on an individual level. What his mark of the beast would do, who else has that? The Most High God. He's the only one that's supposed to have that type of power. We'll keep reading verse 7, it says, and it was given unto him